In this video, I'll be going over the Marksmanship spec and class tree, giving my thoughts, giving some example builds, and talking about how I think it can be improved. Marksmanship Hunter tree Marksmanship is a spec I love very much. I mained it in 9.0. I mained it for a bit of 9.1 before swapping off of it. Big fan of this, Hunter in general. Big fan of Marksmanship. I think it's really fun. The trees overall, meh. It's not the best. Not as good as BM's was. Better than Survivals. So let's get into it. So we'll start with the class tree. If you want a more in-depth talk about the class tree, check out my BM video, and I'll also link the Survival video down below. Those are where you'll find more information there. But the Hunter tree for Marksmanship, you start with Kill Shot instead of Kill Command. The other two start with Kill Command, you start with Kill Shot. Not really that big of a deal. You basically want to take almost the exact same stuff as the other Hunters. Improve Kill Shot, Post Haste, Natural Mending. These are just generically good, right? More Kill Shot damage. More exil every focus you spend. Disengage when it gives you movement speed and frees you from stuff. You take your Interrupt, you take Trank Shot, you take Misdirection, and then you're into the next gate. So from here, you actually have a little bit more options. You don't actually need to take Improved Traps because MM doesn't use pets, right? So this bottom row over here is pretty useless. You don't take Kill Command, you don't, so these are bad. You don't have a pet, you don't want the pet damage. So you're kind of free to take more CC options and utility options. Improved Trank Shot leads into this. Now here, Intimidation, I literally think is useless. I do not think MM can use it because you don't have a pet. I don't think it's going to turn into another stun. I think you have to take High Explosive Trap, which isn't bad per se. High Explosive Trap is good. It's a big knockback. It could be useful, but you're forced into that really. Here, Scatter Shot won't really have too much of an effect. It can be used kind of as like a single target CC in like M+. I'll never use it in Raid. Better just take Binding Shot. Now you have tons of options. You have to take Binding Shackles. You don't want to, but you have to because you want to go down to this part of the tree. And you have 6 more to put in. I like to just put them in here and here. Right? I think this is a pretty decent place. So for now, the next part, you have options here. Now to really get down in here, you have to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, that you like and comment. Most of my viewers aren't subscribed, so if you're watching my videos a lot, just double check that you're subscribed. New channel really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, so for the actual talents, you just put 3 into Keen Eyesight. You're going to put 1 into Barrage. Barrage, I don't think it's going to be a very good button. They could tune it very high, and it could end up being good, but you want Master Marksman. All of your abilities will trigger Master Marksman. It's going to be really good. It's different from the other two because all of MM's damage is range special attacks, and crit's going to be really good. So this will bleed for a lot of damage. The other two Hunters can't really use this because they do almost no damage from range special attacks, so it's kind of bad for them. Then you take Death Chakram. Now again, I think they should add kind of Venter's Flayed Shot as the other one. You're never going to take Chakrams. But if you want to hear more about that, check out my BM video. Death Chakrams is just a little bit of an AoE, a little bit of a single target ability that deals shadow damage 7 times. It'll hit other stuff if there's other stuff nearby. Whenever you deal damage with Death Chakram, your target takes 10% more physical. Almost all your damage as a Hunter is physical. And you get focus, and it deals more damage and rebounds. So it's a pretty simple, pretty nice talent. Then we'll go over here. So Blizzard has announced that they're going to change this pathing a little bit so that you can take Explosive Shot without taking Serpent Sting. Serpent Sting for Marksmanship is a little bit useless because you have Serpent Stalker's Trickery over here, which fires Serpent Stings whenever you aim shot. So this is kind of a redundant talent point, but for now we kind of have to take it. There's not really a lot of other options. Then you take Explosive Shot, and then you take Latent Poison Ejectors, which is actually going to be really good. This is an old Azerite trait for survival, an old legendary for survival in the Shadowlands. That Serpent Stings applies basically a stacking debuff on the target. And whenever you use Barb Shot, Aim Shot, or Raptor Strike, you consume all those stacks and you deal nature damage to the target per stack consumed. So it's just kind of an extra benefit. You're going to be sending out a lot of aim shots, so it's going to be a nice little damage bonus for your Serpent Sting targets. We'll see how this ends up. I believe even if they move the tree to put Explosive Shot somewhere we don't need Serpent Sting, that you'll still need to take Serpent Sting just to get to Latent Poison Injectors. I think it'll be a good damage button. Then we want extra point. You might as well just take Chimera Shot. I don't know. You could take Camouflage. You could take Hard Trap. It's possible that you want to drop some of this stuff. You can take Conch Shot. So you have a ton of options here for your CC. I think really there are some issues with the Hunter tree. If you want to go more in depth, check out my BM video. But really, they need some form of defensives, right? They need some form of DR and maybe some form of raid utility. But this is basically your build for Hunter, for Marksmanship. It's not really going to change. There's nothing over here you really want. You could theoretically use Steel Trap, but you have to take necessaries to get there, as well as improve traps, and it's just way too big of a talent point investment, especially since NTA is really bad. Successfully freezing trap is just, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get a lot of fury. Focus, sorry. This is it. That's the tree. Now we'll move on to the spec tree. Spec tree, obviously the first thing you want to take is aim shot. You don't have a lot of other options. Then you're just going to grab everything on this row here. Improved arcane shot, so your arcane shot costs less. Improved steady shot. Steady shot by itself doesn't generate any focus, so you kind of need to take this to enable that. Then you take precise shots. This is just the passive that whenever you aim shot, your next two arcane shots or multi-shots deal more damage. From here, we go down to this row. Now, this row kind of sucks. You don't really want to take Killing Blow. It's not that good. This is a single target build, by the way. It's not that much damage. Kill shot, critical strike chance, whatever. So you don't really want to take that. Rapid Fire is a long time kind of baseline ability for the class. You use it, you can channel it moving, you get focus. The issue with that is it's kind of really split up, right? So it doesn't actually generate focus by itself, which is weird. It's way down here. It's not even the next talent, right? So the next talent down here, each shot generates 1 focus. You only shoot 7 shots, that's 7 focus. It's really bad focus generation, even currently. It's just not worth putting 2 talent points into. Other thing, you need to take Streamlined, which is good, but it's not worth the point investment to get down there. And you also have Lethal Shots and Surging Shots, which are both decent. But overall, it's just, you lose too many talent points to invest into this. If they were to like combine some points here, maybe make Streamline 1 point, put Improved Rapid Fire in here, make it generate more focus. And there's a world where you could maybe take this, but just right now, it's just not worth it. So we're losing Rapid Fire. You don't really want to take it. It's just going to be too many point investments, and it's just not going to be worth it. You want to take Focused Aim, though. In single target, you're just taking every aim shot increase you can. It'll be most of your damage. Come down here, Careful Aim. This is your above 70% health talent that's in the game right now. It loses the kind of execute bonus. But in fights where this is strong, like in council fights or target swapping fights, this is really strong. It gives you a good burst off of the start too, so generally when you lust. So it's a pretty good talent. You take Hunter's Knowledge. This is aim shot, critical strike chance. You're kind of just filling out this tree as much as you can. True Aim, you just take this to take it. Arcane shot, multi-shot damage increase with 100%. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? It's boring, but it's a decent enough increase. And then Bullseye, you take 2 points here. So Bullseye is a returning a talent from Legion, actually, I believe. It's kind of an execute talent. Whenever you damage a target below 20% of health, you gain 1% increased critical strike chance, up to for 6 seconds, stacking up to 30 times with 2 points, right? So that's a 30% critical strike increase, which is really high and can lead to some crazy kind of critical strike chance in execute, right? So in M+, this will do a lot. In raid fights with ads, this will do a lot. So this is a really cool talent. I'm actually really glad it's back. It was a fan favorite back in Legion. I think it's going to lead to some really cool execute that's like a little different from other classes. Then you take Death Blow. Aim Shot has a 10% chance to grant a charge a kill shot and cause your next kill shot be usable on any target. You take this because Lone Wolf is beneath it, and Lone Wolf is just a really good 10% increase to everything. Then you take Steady Focus, so steady shotting twice in a row increases your haste by however much. This is in the game currently. It's good in single target. And now we have one more point. And you might be wondering, where do we put this point? Well, we don't put it in up here. We actually put it in Trick Shots. Now, this is a big problem, right? Because this is A, single target. We're never going to be using Trick Shots. And B, we don't have multi-shot. So we can't even trigger Trick Shots, right? Technically, we can with Volley. But the fact that you can take Trick Shots without taking multi-shot, and the fact that they're not even connected like they are, but there's talents between them, is really problematic. Realistically, multi-shot should be way higher up in the tree with with Trick Shots right below it. To take multi-shots, it's a massive investment. You need to take 2 points in Killing Blow, and then 1 point here, and then at least a point here, and then a point here, and that's useless, right? Like, you're taking 3 points you don't need to get AoE, which I think is kind of ridiculous. And it's also really low. Like, you just can't do AoE until like level 40 something. Like, this should just be moved, but it's one of the bigger issues here. I really think Trick Shot should be higher up in the tree. I think multi-shot should be higher up in the tree. I think they should connect to each other. The other issue with this kind of quadrant is Bursting Shot. So Bursting Shot, really, all like kind of situational abilities that you're never going to use 100% of the time should be off on the side, easily grabbable with 1 point. And this sort of is like it's kind of hidden behind these two talents right now. It's just in a weird spot in the tree. And then you have quick load. Whenever you fall below 40% health, you reset bursting shot's cooldown. Now, the thing is that like if you bursting shot and then quick load, you're gonna hit DR on their knockback in the snare, right? Because this is the kind of attack that is DR, so the next one's gonna be like less effective. There's just not really a point in taking quick load that much. Third complaint: quick shot isn't that good. It's a talent that leads into it, and while it may sound cool, kill shot causes aim shot to recharge faster. It's not worth the 3 points you put into it. 3-point talents are so bad and rarely ever worth it. It also leads to situations where you're not really, using the focus that you have, like because you're really focused on spec, so you don't really have the kill shot ability to recharge your aim shots. It just leads you to munching arcane, precise shot, arcane shots, right? So this will never be taken. I think it's damage neutral or like a slight damage gain, so it's weird. From here we go into True Shot, which is weird. It's down here. You can't take your cooldown until like the level 51. See, look at that, level 51. So that's weird. This should be moved up higher. I believe all of the hunters have this issue where their talent or their main burst cooldown is really low in the tree, and I think that's an issue that needs to be solved. We put 1 point Serpent Stalkers. Serpent Stalkers is a really powerful legendary currently that fires a serpent sting whenever you aim shot. You only take 1 because you don't need 2 to get 100% uptime on Serpent Sting. The amount of aim shots you fire out is more than enough to keep Serpent Sting up the whole time. So you only put 1 point in there. You put a point in Lock and Load. It's just free aim shots. We love free aim shots. 2 points in Calling the Shots, and then 1 point in Unerring Vision. Unerring Vision is an Azerite trait that gives you crit stacking while in True Shot, and kind of turns True Shot into like a real damage and cooldown. The issue with True Shot is that it leads you to shooting out so many aim shots that you just don't push Arcane Shot, right? So you're wasting your precise shots effects, right? And it doesn't even give you more damage. I guess it makes things cost less focus and do more aim shots, but there's no increase related to it, right? So Unerring Vision allows you to kind of have more damage while you're in True Shot, right? So you have a higher crit chance, so things will do more damage. But the issue with it, again, is that you just don't use your arcane shots really that much. You want to use them as little as possible, which is weird that Calling the Shots is here. Calling the Shots has never been taken because of this reason. You don't use arcane shots while you're in True Shot just due to how it's designed currently, right? So you're wasting so much of this just cooldown reduction because of this, ability to just spend as many aim shots as possible. So you just don't use your arcane shots, you don't get the CDR, and you're wasting a bunch of this talent. But you have to take it because Unerring Vision is actually pretty good. Sure, it'll be like a little worth it, and there's less incentive to kind of line up True Shot with Wild Spirits than there is before, because Wild Spirits doesn't exist. So having CDR on True Shot is better. From here, we're going to dip back over into this arrow. We got Volley. We're going to grab 2 Sharpshooter. It's a really boring talent. 4% crit down in the bottom row. I don't know why this is here. It's kind of just like a filler that isn't really worth points, but we take it because Double Tap is here. And Double Tap is super powerful. You use it and you just get a free aim shot, right? I think it's a minute cooldown currently. It's super powerful. It's a really... it's a decently fun ability to use. That's the tree. That's the single target tree. There are definitely some issues, right, like this here not being taken at all. We take trick shots to single target to grab volley and double tap. This all here is bad. Wailing Arrow is the AoE ability from the legendary Sylvanas bow. It's behind Deadeye. Killshot has 2 charges. This is absolutely useless. This is literally... Killshot having 2 charges means you get 1 extra killshot to execute. 1 killshot. That's how much damage you're gaining from this talent. And it's really bad. It's never taken, right? In current live, these 2 points here, these 4 points you have to spend, is 1 current talent. You're never going to get this, which locks you from these as well. I'm just going to unselect double tap. So these are the artifact ability from Legion, right? Legacy of the Windrunners. So aim shot has a chance to shoot out extra wind arrows at your target. Now this is pretty good. It can get up your bullseye pretty high. And then this one... bonus wind arrows have a % increased strike chance and deal more crit damage, which is fine. These are cool, except for the fact that they cost 5 points together. This is the only 3-point talent in the bottom capstone row of the tree, And the fact that you have to spend not just the 3 points to get here, not just the 2 points to get here, but the 1 point on Deadeye, which does not bring a real DPS benefit. It is simply one extra kill shot in execute. To get it means you will never take these. Ever. In a million years. Unless there's some weird fantasy land where you just get free talent points in Deadeye with some trinket or something, and then this is super like incentivized with your tier set. But that's some bomb cloud that'll never happen. I don't understand why these are like this. This really needs to be redesigned. This really needs to be changed around. I think these should just be gone. There's no point in having these. You'll never take these in a tree at all. Like, it's not even like you could maybe take these if they buff it or if you get more focus, but you'll never take these. They're just so bad and so DPS neutral. Now they've talked about moving double tap out of this area into something higher up, more easily to get. So there's a chance they move this stuff around, chance they reduce this. Also, this is an AoE ability underneath single target talents. I don't understand. So look forward to that happening. Realistically, I think the tree, it's a little boring. It's a little much the same, but Bullseye being back, Unending Vision being back, I think can lead to some fun gameplay, really. They just need to move the tree around. That's it. Just move some stuff around here. And I think it'll be much better. Now for AoE, you want to obviously drop some stuff here, right? You don't take lock and load. It's never really going to be taken, right? Like lock and load is just something you don't need in AoE. You drop lock and load, you drop Unending Vision, you drop calling the shots. You always just want to have True Shot. There's no reason you really drop that. You take you drop steady focus, and now we're stuck up in this part of the tree here too. And then you also can drop this, but we'll talk. Ooh, I exited full screen by accident. We'll go back. I don't know. 1 second. There. We'll talk about this. There's a possibility you end up taking this. But you do take Killing Blow, and then you get multi-shot. Multi-shot being in this part of the tree is weird. I've already talked about it, but whatever. You take True Aim, and you take Salvo. So Salvo is not that good, in my opinion. Basically, whenever you trick shot fades, your next multi-shot deals more damage, but multi-shot doesn't really do enough damage for this to be worth it. Right? Like, if this was 500%, I still don't think it'd be meaningful. So, like, it's a fine benefit, but, like, realistically, multi-shot doesn't do any damage anyway, so you're never really taking this, right? Death Bow you want because you want Lone Wolf, you know, more kill shots, woo, whatever. You want one Serpent Stalker still. And then we're down over here. So you take True Shot, you want your cooldown, you take Sharpshooter, you take Double Tap, and then we have 3 points left. So you want this one. So this is actually really interesting, and I actually really like this talent. This is new. This is actually a great choice node. I think this is what a lot of choice nodes should be. So you have two options, heavy ammo or light ammo. Heavy ammo makes trick shots ricochet to 2 less targets, so 3. But each one deals 25% more damage. So this kind of turns into a 3-target cleave specialist. And then this light ammo makes trick shots ricochet to 2 additional targets. So you go from 5 targets to 7 targets, so like an AoE specialist. And I think that's a really cool choice that you kind of tailor to the encounter you're in. And I actually really like stuff like that. I think one issue is that trick shot still has to hit 3 targets. Sorry, multi-shot still has to hit 3 targets for trick shots to trigger. Meaning that you still can't really do anything in 2-target cleave. All you have really is volley and Serpent Stalker trickery, multi-dotting. I really hoped they would have kind of learned from the tier set, but they didn't. From here, you have 2 extra points. You can kind of put them where you want. You can take calling the shots. I don't really think it'd be that worth it, but you are multi-shotting a fair bit. You can just take Hunter's Knowledge, which I think honestly will probably be your best bet. But you do have these points to put where you want. I don't know, if you're crazy, you could take Deadeye for some weird reason and then go into Wailing Arrow, but I don't think you ever do that. Deadeye is so bad. Really, I would just put them here. And that's kind of the tree. I think it's interesting as a tree. I have hope for it. I think it just needs kind of like a rearrange, and I think we'll be there, right? It's better than Survival Tree, I'll give it that. Anyway, so this is kind of the AoE build. I'll link the trees down below. And I just want to thank everybody for watching. I also have a BM video and a survival video out, so check those out. I'll have them in the description. Let me know down below if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, any comments you have or whatever. And thanks for stopping by. Subscribe to the video if you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment, and catch you guys later.